today I'm gonna try to replace the Vtec Solenoid Gasket, which is behind here. This is the Vtec Solenoid. The gasket's behind it. Held on by 10 millimeters. First time I did it, I got it from below. I'm gonna try it from the top because I've seen people do it from the top, so hopefully I can get it off. If not, I'm gonna have to wait because I don't want to jack up the car right now. And then there's one also in the front right here. Just gotta take off power steering pump, tensioner pulley, and then the belt, and then get right to it. Then I'll replace it. There's one right there, and then there's one in the back. They're both leaking, that's why I'm replacing them. So we got the Vtec Solenoid off. It wasn't that much of a bitch. Just had to like wing it by checking the area. It's gonna be a bitch to put back on because it's easier because I know where it was, because it goes like about right here. But since it has to be flat, but that's what I meant by I just was over here leaning and then just filling the bolts and then taking them off. There's 3 bolts that hold the Vtec Solenoid. Here's the gasket. I'm about to grab the new gasket right now, put it on, and then clean up the area slightly, and then put the Vtec Solenoid back on, and then get to doing the front, which is for the Vtec spool valve. Hopefully that's easy too, but that I gotta take a couple more stuff off. This I didn't have to take off anything. So I got it off. This is the before. This is the after. See how clean this area is. Oh, this oil does pass through this, so obviously it's gonna get dirty, but it's all flat. See how the way the seal is. Pick it up. It's like more flat. This is more round, so I'll have more of a proper seal. Both of these are OEM. This is OEM, and then this is OEM. Seals like this, it doesn't make sense to not do OEM because sometimes non-aftermarket ones will leak, and they're fairly cheap, so might as well go OEM. So I'm about to put it on now, and then eventually later I'll test it. Last time I did this, for people who understand what Vtec is on the Hondas, Vtec hit way harder and way stronger because now it's not clogged, it's flowing better and shit like that. So hopefully this time it should feel even better now. Okay, so got the 3 bolts on. It was actually not that bad. And then Vtec Solenoid, I put the 2 connectors on the top right there, 1 and 2. Then, I got my light right here to help me out too. That shit actually did help. I had to take a couple breaks of leaning over this engine. Kind of annoying, leaning all the way from over here just to get down there. Shit. But I'm hoping now, with the new seal on it, doesn't leak. I might have to check that on another day. One of these days I'll just stay under the car while the car is running and see if anything comes out of it, which I'm hoping not. That's the same thing for when I do this. So now I'm gonna get to doing this part. Take these couple things off, and then put the other new seal. The new seal is right here. Alright, so here we are. Took off the power steering pump. I didn't fully take it off. I was trying to do like making it easier for me instead of taking off the hose and all of that and then fluid leaking out and shit. So I just left it on and removed the top. That goes to the top of the power steering pump, the high pressure hose that goes to the rack and pinion. Then I took off the tensioner pulley. That I fully took off because I needed it to be out of the way. And here we are. This is the other side for the Vtec spool valve. And then we have the actual piece right here. I've never changed this before. Owning this car for almost 5 years. I've never changed this. I only did the Vtec Solenoid in the back, so it's my first time doing it. Got the new seal. I'm about to put the new seal on right now. But yeah, this is actually fairly easy. All I gotta do is reverse it. Random dog, bro. This nigga just walked by me. I know his owner, but I don't see the owner. That nigga just wondering. But side note, then another fucking random dog. He be roaming. Look at him peeing on my yard. There's another one too, but the other one, it usually doesn't own there. But side note, but now I'm just gonna reverse the process. Put the new seal on, put it back on, install everything, and then check for leaks. And hopefully, no leaks. Before, after. Once again, this I don't know if it's OEM, but I'm assuming it is. This is OEM from Acura. And I may turn this into a YouTube video, so I think now's the best time to say what are you using. It's these 2 bolts to hold the tensioner pulley, 12 millimeters. Then you got the 3, also 12 millimeters for the, well no, these 3 are for the tensioner pulley. These 2 hold the power steering pump. 2 10 millimeters that hold the spool valve to the the block. If you're doing it the same way as me, if not, this would be, I think, a 19. You shove a extension in between so you can get it off as a good spin, and then you use, I think, a 14 or 15 on the tensioner, and then you give it tension and release the belt. And then yeah, so all you're really using in this is a 10 millimeter and 12 millimeter sockets. That's what you're using to take this off. That's all it is. Most Hondas and Acuras, they use 10s and 12s for everything. Alright, so this is the end of the video. Got the power steering pump back on, tensioner pulley back on, high pressure hose back on. And also finished off the finish. Leaking, good. So that's all it is. Super simple, easy job for